Welcome to your next installment of the Flag Quiz. It's like a world tour, but cheaper and with less jet lag. As per usual, there are 10 questions in the quiz. For each question, I'll show you 4 flags. To make things interesting, I won't give you the country name straight away, but after some trivia. Your job is to identify the country and its flag. Ready? Let's get started. This country is the birthplace of Nicholas Copernicus, the Renaissance mathematician and astronomer who revolutionized our understanding of the solar system by proposing the heliocentric model. And more recently, Marie Curie, a double Nobel Prize winner for her research into radioactivity and discovery of radium and polonium. And if you're still guessing about the country, it's also the birthplace of pierogi, a kind of dumpling. Which country is it? Poland, of course. And here's their flag. Not to be confused with Monaco or Indonesia, the white represents peace, purity, and the noble aspirations of the Polish people, while the red symbolizes the blood shed for independence. Solid start for red. Okay, here's the next lot. If you're into classic American cars from the 1940s and 50s, the streets of this nation's capital are full of them, mainly due to economic necessity due to a US trade embargo. This island nation is also famous for its cigars, and is home to the world's smallest bird, the bee hummingbird, which weighs less than 2 grams and is just under 6 centimeters in length. Wow! Can you guess the country? It's Cuba, of course. And here's their flag. The blue stripes represent the 3 military departments, while the white stripes symbolize the purity of the Cuban cause and the peace they sought. The red triangle represents the blood shed by patriots fighting for independence, and the white star symbolizes Cuba as an independent nation. Shifting continents now for question 3, we find ourselves in the Middle East. Perhaps best known for having the world's 5th largest oil reserves, this country is home to ancient Mesopotamia, often called the cradle of civilization, where some of humanity's first cities, writing systems, and laws were developed over 5,000 years ago. The region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers saw the rise of the Sumerians, who invented cuneiform writing, the wheel, and the first known legal code. The Epic of Gilgamesh was also written here. Where is it? Iraq. And now for their flag. Red, white, and black, common colors of Arab nations. The red symbolizes the courage and sacrifices, the black is the dark past, and the white is the bright future. The slogan, God is greatest, written in green Arabic script, was added during the Gulf War in 1991. Now to a cooler climate, where more than 60% of the country's electricity comes from hydro generation. This country also gave us the croissant, sachertorte, and Wiener Schnitzel. I bet you were probably thinking France for a second there, but the Kipferl bread roll inspired the modern croissant. And so, the country that is the birthplace of music giants such as Mozart and Schubert is Austria, also home to the Vienna Boys Choir since 1498. And their flag? This one, which given the amount of red, as you can guess, that usually means one thing. According to legend, the flag's design dates back to 1191, when Duke Leopold V's white tunic became soaked with blood during the Battle of Acre, leaving only a white band where his belt had been. Staying in Europe, we come to another 7-way landlocked and remarkably flat country, which is actually quite good for agriculture. Therefore, it makes sense that this country is also known for its many varieties of paprika, ranging from sweet to intensely hot. But if you're out of hot paprika, you can always take a hot bath at one of the thermal baths in the capital. Still unsure? Okay, a few more clues. This country invented the ballpoint pen, Rubik's Cube, and VAT, which is probably charged than the previous 2. The country? Hungary. And the flag? It's this one, featuring red, white and green for strength, fidelity and hope. But let's be honest about the red. There's probably some fighting behind that. How are you going so far? Are you seeing any patterns with the flags? Now would also be a good time to take a second or two and hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's keep going. This next one takes us to an archipelago nation in the Pacific Ocean, famously discovered by Magellan. Unfortunately, Magellan didn't survive his visit, but he did succeed in bringing Christianity and eventual Spanish rule to the nation. The coastlines also experience an average of 20 typhoons per year, and you can enjoy pan de sal, a popular bread. What's the country? The Philippines, of course, home to the world's most interesting jeepneys. And their flag? There's a lot going on here, but basically the blue is for patriotism and justice, and the red is for, courage and valor. Peace and purity is represented by the white triangle, the 3 stars represent the main islands, and the 8 rays of the sun represent the original 8 provinces. But watch out if the red stripe is on top, as that means wartime. Heading back to Europe, this next country is famously the birthplace of the cravat, an essential fashion accessory for gentlemen who'd like to try something other than a straight tie or bow tie. First worn by soldiers in the 17th century, the cravat has become popular all around the world. The country is also where Dalmatian dogs originated, that is, from Dalmatia. The breed is commonly a mascot of firefighters, as they are used to run ahead of the horse-drawn fire wagons to clear a path. So what's the country? Beautiful Croatia. Also the birthplace of Nikola Tesla, although ethnically Serbian, whose alternating current electrical system powers most of the modern world. And their flag? This one, which is similar to several other countries' flags, but distinct thanks to the checkerboard coat of arms surmounted by a crown of shields of the 5 historical regions. Next up is another small country. Often ranked as one of the world's happiest countries, this is the birthplace of Lego, a system of interlocking plastic bricks that allow people to construct models, buildings, vehicles, and virtually anything imaginable. The capital, Copenhagen, is also one of the world's most bike-friendly cities, with more bikes than cars. I'm not sure, however, whether Danish cyclists are happiest when they are building Lego while cycling to or from work. The country is of course Denmark, and this is their flag, which is recognised as the world's oldest continuously used national flag. The red represents strength and valour, and the white Nordic cross symbolises Christianity and peace. Our 9th question takes us to the other side of the globe. This country famously has more sheep than people and invented the jet boat. Also known for being the land of hobbits and the world's steepest street, it's probably best known for a flightless bird and the Chinese gooseberry, which thanks to some clever marketing is called kiwi fruit. The country? New Zealand, or Aotearoa in the native Maori language, which literally means land of the long white cloud. And the flag? This one. Did you get it right? If you didn't know, New Zealand is part of the Commonwealth of Nations, hence the Union Jack. The blue background represents the Pacific Ocean in which New Zealand sits, and the stars represent the Southern Cross. But be careful with this one, because it's also similar to the Australian flag. And now for the final question. Heading west to the Middle East region, we find a country that is home to the lowest point on Earth. Yes, the Dead Sea is 430 meters below sea level. Also known for being mostly desert, you may be surprised to know that it actually has an alpine region with winter skiing and snowboarding. It also famously uses Hebrew as its official language, which actually used to be a dead language. But don't worry if you wish to visit, as most Israelis also speak English. And their flag? It's this one, featuring the Star of David with blue stripes akin to the Jewish prayer shawl. White represents purity and peace, and the blue represents the sky and the sea. And that's all for today. How did you do? Are you enjoying the quizzes? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. And if you found the trivia interesting, be sure to read more on Wikipedia or ask your favourite AI assistant for more information. See you in the next one.